What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 19. This is episode 3 on the Pacific Northwest series. This is the map that's supposed to be based in Idaho. Never been to Idaho, so I don't know how accurate it is, but it looks pretty good to me. So what we did last episode was we started off by spraying both 11 and 22 with herbicide. We did that just to kill off the weeds, and then we went through and completely harvested all of them. We actually did a night harvest. It's my first night harvest in a while, but it seems like episode 2 we're always harvesting canola, which I thought was kind of funny. So I titled that one Canola Controlla. Hopefully you guys sort of get the Drake reference there. And also, little PSA, never Drake and drive. It's not worth it. So what we have to get accomplished today is I want to hook up the front loader attachment and the pallet fork on the little Massey we have over there. So I'll have to take off the sprayer and the front weight, but I want to get these moved either over there or next to maybe these tanks here. So as soon as we use up our seed tanks, our liquid fertilizer, in this last herbicide tank, as soon as those are gone, we'll go ahead and add a proper like on-site tank like these things. But the other thing I want to do is get rid of this texture. I mentioned that I didn't like it a lot in the last video, and the more I look at it, the more I hate it. So we're gonna get rid of that. It should be pretty easy. The most important thing we need to accomplish in today's episode is we got to get a new planter, or seeder. I guess this one's technically a seeder. A planter would do like corn and sunflowers and that sort of stuff, but I'm gonna get rid of the 300S. It's been really good to us, but being that it's only 3 meters wide, it doesn't really do the fields as quickly as I'd like, and now that we have 72 grand, I'm really tempted to just throw it all away. Not actually, but we will be selling some canola now that we have a bunch of canola in our inventory. We are looking at 43,000. So I think we started off yesterday's episode before harvest with 20,000. So it looks like we got an increase of about 23,000. So the first thing we need to do is obviously sell the canola. The seeder that I want to buy is a little bit more than 72,000. I think it's 76 on the dot. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in the 6135, and the canola prices as of right now, they're not the greatest, but we do need some money, so we're just going to go ahead and sell probably 21,000, I think is what this tipper holds. We'll sell 21,000 to the bakery. Should be pretty quick, but the drive on this hill might take us a while. We're going to come around back here. This is where our actual like auger head is. I don't know if it's technically an auger. I think there's just an auger inside of the silo. Hit R and we want canola. And the bakery's not too far away too. It's just down by the store. It's a little further than the store, but I wish there was some way where you could actually knock out the fence there to my right, because I just want to keep driving. I'm sort of anticipating at this point, at least every video I sort of expect at least one person to comment about my driving. I know it's not the best. I've been really tempted, especially now with 19 being released, I've been really tempted to actually get the proper steering wheel and sort of, what's that called? Dongle? What the hell is that called? It's the thing that has the stick on it that you move around. My mind's blank and I can't think of it. But anyways, I've been really thinking about getting like a proper steering wheel, foot pedal setup, but I don't know if I want to ball out. They're kind of pricey, so I think I'll just stick with the controller for now. If enough people complain about it in the comments, hell yeah, I'll totally get the steering wheel set up. But if it's just one person per video, whatever. Not even worried about it. This is seriously the prettiest part of this whole map. Look at that blue ass water. That is some blue ass water. Alright, so the bakery should be back over here. Dude, look at the people walking. They look a little funny, right? They all sort of got some weird swag going on. And they just shoulder checked each other. Freaking rude, dude. I think it's back in here. It is. Okay, so I'm gonna test my skills here. I'm gonna see if I can back in there. That way I can just pull forward out. And I think there's another entrance actually to the other side. Oh god. Okay. Slow and steady. Alright, right there looks good. Gonna dump our canola, so we're at 72,000 right now. Let's see what our harvest income for 21,000 canola. Let's see what we can get for this. We're already surpassing my expectations. I didn't think we'd get over 100,000. Okay, so 30K, 30.7K for some canola to the bakery. Hopefully they can make good use of that. Kind of makes sense though, I guess. Canola makes an oil, right? So kind of makes sense that the bakery might need some oil from time to time. So what we need to do now is take the tipper or trailer, if you will, back up to the farm. We're gonna leave it up there, and then we have to make our way back to the store after we buy our new seeder. But normally when you sell an implement like from your farm, if you just sell it in the interface or whatever, you don't get as much money for it. So maybe we didn't really even need to sell our canola, but I definitely don't want to buy a brand new implement and then just be down to $0. Like, that's not fun for anyone. So I thought I'd sell a little bit of canola since we just got that first harvest done, and that should put us at a decent spot after we purchase the new seeder. I haven't talked about the seeder yet, but I'm pretty sure I used it in the thumbnail for this video. I haven't taken the thumbnail yet, but it's probably there. I'm thinking about the 600S. It's the same Vader, Stad, however you pronounce that brand. It's the same brand. It's basically the same seeder, like totally the exact same thing. The only difference being that it has 2 more like pieces. You know what? I'll just show you when we get there. I'm not even gonna try to explain it while I'm driving because I can't talk and drive. I think that's been established by now. Okay, kind of crooked, but we'll leave that there. Go ahead and detach if it'll let me. There we go. All right, we'll hook up to our seeder. I don't know if spraying it off gets you more money for it or not, but I think we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. I'm kind of curious. I've never sold a clean implement and then sold a dirty implement directly after that, so I have no way of comparing if the prices would be different. But we're gonna take this over to the power washer, probably maintain it too, repair it if it's damaged at all. That way we might get a little bit more money for it, because I mean someone's gonna buy it used. When we sell it, someone's gonna have to buy it and it's gonna be used. So we'll go ahead and spray her off quick. Yeah, you can kind of see down here on this corner, see how that's kind of getting worn. Repair, 72 bucks. That is the smallest price to pay to have the thing repaired. And let's lift it up too. Don't want it dragging on the ground while we're towing it on the street. So we're gonna take this down to the store as well. After we sell this back to them, we're gonna go ahead and buy our new one. All right, I'm totally taking this shortcut. I spotted this last time. I want to see if it'll work. Oh my god, that is way steeper than I thought. Okay, never mind. We're not going that way. We're gonna turn right back around. Okay, and actually, I said I was gonna sell it last time. I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna hang on to it for a second here, just so I can sort of show you guys the differences between the two planters. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I buy this new planter and someone later on says, dude, you bought the same planter. Because they look identical. So down to seeders, you can see this is the one we have. That's the 300S. The one we want is the 600S. Now, do you already see how similar they look? 76,000, bought it. You can fetch your purchase at the store. Beautiful work already here. So you can see here, this one only has that base right there for planting, well, and the rear too, but this one has 2 little drop downs on either side of it that's going to widen out our planting area. So this is a 6-meter planter, whereas this one was a 3. Probably has to do with why this one is the 300S and the other one is the 600S. Okay, let's see what we can get for this thing. We got $27,000 right now. Let's see what the store will give us for it. We gotta sell. Are you sure you really want to sell this? Vehicle has been sold. $25,704 is what we got for that thing. I didn't even look to see if it had any grain in it, or any seed in it. I probably should have unloaded that so we could save it, but whatever. We still got those seed bags back at the farm, so I'm not too worried about it. And this one doesn't appear to have hoses or anything that you connect to it. So that's cool. One less thing to connect every time. But it is going to be much larger, and hopefully it has a better capacity. Now, what we're going to be planting in place of our canola, I thought about doing some more, but it's kind of boring. You wouldn't plant the same thing twice, I don't think. So we're gonna switch this to soybeans. I wanted to do corn, but then I remembered that we'd have to buy the header, the corn header for our 560i, I think is what it is, our combine. And then we'd also have to buy another planter completely. This won't do it. The planters will, seeders will not. So what we bought here is a seeder. It's just a larger version of the one we had before. We're gonna bring this up the hill, try not to get hit by traffic, and we got sideswiped a little bit there. Is that Ford Focus? And then we'll fill it up and then take it to the field. The 6135 sort of struggling up that hill. It doesn't seem like it has that much power to actually pull this thing. So, you know what? Wow, that was scary. Oh my god, we jackknifed so hard. Okay, I'm gonna take the 6135 over here. I don't know if it's in its fully upgraded form or not, but I want to see what all we could do to it. Of course. Disconnect. Push it back. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, that's probably good. Alright, now, will it let me do it? There we go. Okay, so let's repair it. $4 just because we're here. And then customize it. Wheel brand, we're going to leave that for Trelleborg. Let's throw some wide tires on it. And 6155. For 11,000, we can upgrade the horsepower to 164 instead of 142. But then I'm going to have to get used to calling it the 6155 and not the 6135. We'll do it. 13 grand. I think that's actually what we paid to upgrade the Massey too, if I remember right. Okay. Well, there's no noticeable difference in power right off the bat, but I'm sure we'll notice it when we're hauling this back up the field. We're going to come right up next to our little seed pallets we have over here. Hopefully we can get rid of like 2 of them. I don't know how much they hold. I don't even know what this seeder holds, to tell you the truth. Okay, so they're 1,000 per pallet. It's 2,000, 3,000, and just a little bit more. So 3,100 is the full capacity of this thing. Now that we got it all filled up, it should be the type where you can seed directly. I honestly didn't look into this very much, so this is totally just going to be a trial and error type of deal. Okay, we'll get her lined up right about there. Oh my god, this is going to be so much faster now. Okay, so the 6155. I am not going to get used to that. And away we go. We're going to be planting our soybeans. So they should be 0% fertilized as well. Okay, good. So let's hop in the Massey, the 5610. And let's lower down the... Well, I guess we could lower the weight too. Let's lower down the... No, I wanted to lower it. There we go. Lower down that. We'll disconnect the PTO if it'll let us. There we go. Unhook it. We're just going to leave that right there. And then we will put the weight up front here for now. We're not going to be using it for a little while, so... Okay, right there looks pretty good. Disconnect from that. And then we'll run this over to the shop once more. And we're going to switch out the wheels. So the narrow wheels are only good if you're going through your crop, just so you don't damage them. But we should be able to, for no extra charge, hop in here and actually switch back to our wide tires for $0. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'm glad that works. That was a total guess. And then let's head right over here to this bad boy. Look at us matching. Okay, should be able to connect to that. Pull forward a little. Oh, that's the bale spike. We don't want that one. Well, we're gonna have to connect to it just to move it. So let's put the bale spike just over here in front of the bucket. At a place where we can probably get to it again if we need to. Disconnect from that, and then we'll reconnect to the pallet fork. Beautiful. Alright, so let's take the pallet fork up to the top of the hill, and honestly we probably don't need to like fork all of them, but we might as well try. I don't think in FS17, I don't think I even played around with this as much as I am right now. To be honest, I don't know if I ever used front loader in 17. Is it any easier in cab view? No way. That would be way harder. Okay, we'll slide right up under here. We don't even have to really lift it that far. We're just going right here. So these are both liquid fertilizer tanks. I'm going to try to keep them together as best I can and sort of space them out. That way we don't get them confused. Oops. Okay, there we go. Next, we have two more liquid fertilizer tanks right here. That one there with the red on it, that one's herbicide. So I'm actually just going to put that right next to, oops, right next to our current herbicide tank we have. Oh, come on. Can I just push it over? Okay, let's try this again. Let's be a little smart about this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Get her nice and flat. Perfect. Look at that. It's like we've done this before. And then we'll put this one right next to that. You get it. You know what's going on here. Okay, and then we'll drop this one right next to its brother. Alright, get off, and get off, and get off. And 3, 2, 1, get off. There we go. Push it forward a little bit. Perfect. Okay, and then the herbicide tank's gonna go right next to its dad, the big boy herbicide tank. Yeah, that seems legit. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so let's put this one right there. And then we'll come over here and grab our last seed tank. This one's only gonna have about 900 left in it. And you know what? Yeah, that seems like a good spot for it right there under the tray. Perfect. Oh, we could probably use that. I just thought of this. I guess we do have the sprayer, and it's probably more efficient, but we could also use this. We've just been using it for lime. We could use it for solid fertilizer too if we really needed to. We're gonna have to put our narrow tires back in, or back on. Perfect, $0. That's what I like to see. All right, let's take this back over to the sprayer, get her connected, and then we're gonna be buying a liquid fertilizer tank. Oh wow, we only used one. Okay, maybe I won't buy a tank yet. I thought we were gonna go through all those, but whatever. See, dude, look at that. He's hauling. He's already got more than half of this field done, and this is our largest field. Here, this is 22, you can see there. See how long that thing is? He's making short work of that. That's awesome. Let's hire out the worker here on this field. He's gonna probably catch up to the planter pretty quick, but I'm just sort of realizing that I maybe should have fertilized before and then directly after I planted, because if you look here, see this little strip here, how it's fertilized twice? Man, I goofed. That's alright. It's just going to take way longer now. This is probably actually going to be the first video that I don't do a time-lapse in. I'm pretty sure I've done a time-lapse in every single video so far. Okay, we'll just let him slip on by. Turn it back on and just finish this corner section of the field here. So since we totally messed up that other field, well, not messed up, we just did it in the least efficient way possible. So that's one of them gone. Okay, so we only got 2 left. We're almost there. If it depends on how much we have to use on this field. I doubt we'll have to fill it back up, but we're gonna bring it to, this is field 11 over here. And then it's gonna be kind of splotchy because we have parts like this where there's canola still. So once it runs over that, since this is already 100% fertilized underneath here, if it goes over that, it's not gonna touch it. It's still gonna remain 100% fertilized. So I think the whole field should get good coverage, but let's go ahead and hop in here, make sure she's lined up nice. Okay, see how that's doubly fertilized? So I'll do this one first pass and then plant, and then I'll do another pass after we're done planting. So I should be able to come over here and take the 6155 to the other fields. This is really cool. So I think the next field I want to buy might be 20, 21, 23, I don't know, but I want a surrounding field. Obviously I could have used 12, there's just grass there right now, but I do kind of want to save the grass just for when we get sheep. I think that's going to be really neat. I've never seen the sheep before. I don't even know what they look like, so I'm really excited to see that. I could time-lapse this, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll try to leave my mouse in the same spot for 3 hours, but I'm thinking it's probably all just going to get cut. Liquid fertilizer phase 1 on this field is now done. I guess we can take it to the other field and see what happens if we spray over top of it again. Maybe it does fertilize. I honestly don't know. Ooh, hey, this will be cool. Look at that. Did you see that? That was pretty sweet, right? That was not at all what I was going to mention. That just so happened to take place while I was saying that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hire this guy out, and it should be 100% fertilized now. Yep, perfect. Okay, so he's going to run this field. That'll get us 100% fertilized, and we should be about halfway now over here. Well, it's sort of growing over here already, but it looks like it's about halfway now. Alright, you guys want to see this YouTube magic? I'm literally going to snap my fingers, and this field will be completely planted. And just like that, we are completely finished with our field work. Feels pretty good to have that all done. Now that we have both of our fields done, the last thing I want to do is come up here to this super gross patch of concrete right here. Gonna get the landscape tool out, hit X, tab over till we see our nice sand. And we're just gonna come through here with the sand. And that ought to do it. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.